Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you how to configure a SQL Server remote database, which is myLittleAdmin of GoDaddy, and retrieve records from the remote database into Gridview control. And the code I am using vb.net. Right now I am in the Microsoft Visual Studio web.config file. Between the connection strings there is a add tag here which contains name, connection string and provider name. To connect any database, we need the connection string configuration settings. So here I want to connect to my GoDaddy MySQL remote server database. Let's log into my GoDaddy account to get the connection string settings. I'm logging to connect the database of myLittleAdmin. After logging to my GoDaddy account, right now I am in the databases section. Here MS SQL. Click web admin. I just logged into myLittleAdmin for SQL Server. In the left side the connections, expand that connection info, click on it. Here the connection string, copy the connection string, the data source, and paste the code in the connection string. Here the data source is the IP address, integrated security files, user ID. It will be your GoDaddy SQL Server ID. After user ID, we need the password. Is equals to between the single quotes. For security reasons, here in the password section, I am giving the password only. When I upload this web.config file into my remote server, I will change into my real credentials. Check close. Colon, and the provider name we are connecting to the SQL Server database. So add the namespace here, system.data.sql client, and add name. Here I am giving GoDaddy connection. You can give XYZ connection also, it doesn't matter. Now up to here we finished the first part. We just got the GoDaddy connection strings into web.config file. Go to Solution Explorer. Here connect SQL Server.aspx. Click on it. Here the connect SQL Server.aspx page contains a simple HTML tags h1, h3 and h2, and this is a content page. And the master page is site.master. Between the div tags, I am adding the Gridview control. So go to Toolbox, Data, Gridview control. Now the designing part has done. Now it's time to write the code. Right click, view code. The first thing we need to import the namespaces. Imports system, imports system dot web dot UI control, UI dot web controls, imports system dot data, imports system dot data dot SQL client, and the last one is the imports system dot configuration. After adding the namespaces, now we create a method, private sub Gridview display is a method. In this method, we will write the connection string settings. Dim as string is equals to configuration manager dot connection strings dot connection string, using connection as new SQL connection, which is takes the parameter of connection string, using command as new SQL command And this command takes a select statement, which I will explain in a moment after writing the code. After SQL command, we need the SQL data adapter. So create the object of this SQL adapter SDA as new SQL data adapter command dot connection is equals to conn connection object here SDA dot select command is equals to this select command takes this command. After choosing the select command using dt as new data table SDA dot fill method, this fill method takes the dt data table object. After we fill the data into the data table, now the last step is we need to display the data into Gridview. Gridview ID here, Gridview 1 dot data source is equals to dt. After data source, we need to bind the data in a Gridview. Gridview 1 dot data bind. Now in the connection strings, let's go to web.config file, web.config, and this string add name. Copy this thing, paste here, and here we'll check the database of myLittleAdmin, what table we are retrieving in the Gridview. So let's flip back to GoDaddy database. For this example, I'm using the EMP table, and this table contains employee name and occupation. Let's go back to the coding part. Here in the SQL command, select start from EMP table. Now the Gridview display function is done. Now we need to call this Gridview display function in the page load event. So protector sub page underscore load event, sender as object, e as event args, handles me dot load event, and sub if not me dot is post back, then me dot Gridview display function. That's it. We just finished the coding part. Now it's time to upload this page into remote server. I just opened the FileZilla FTP client to transfer my local set files into remote site. Let me log in. Okay. Here I just connect the remote site of GoDaddy. Blog GoDaddy. The connect SQL Server.aspx page. These two files I just transferred into my remote server. Let me refresh the main folder. Now it's testing time. Let's open the browser. We'll check connect my SQL Server.aspx page, and in the browser hostandservers.com / the path is blog /GoDaddy connect -SQL Server.aspx page. Enter. And here is the output. That's it. If you like this video, please leave your valuable comment, share this video, and please subscribe my channel. Catch you on my upcoming videos.